So, when people search for a hosting or domain coupon, they're usually hoping there's some secret code they can type in to knock a few bucks off. But the wild part is that Hostinger doesn't even work like that. There is a discount and it's actually legit, but it's not something you manually enter. It's something Hostinger quietly applies in the background. And if you don't know how it works, you'll end up paying way more for your domain than you should. Here's the part most beginners never realize until after the fact. Hostinger's coupon isn't really a coupon. It's a pricing trigger. And it only activates when you go through the right path because the discount is tied to the hosting plan you choose, not the domain itself. If you just try to buy the domain alone, you'll get a tiny little discount that looks okay on the surface, but it's nowhere near the actual lowest price Hostinger offers. The real savings only show up when you pair your domain with one of Hostinger's long-term hosting options, especially the 48-month plan. And yeah, I know 4 years sounds like a lot, but this is where Hostinger hides the big cuts. When you bundle a domain with hosting, the price collapses in a way that almost feels like a glitch. You'll see the domain drop to a fraction of what you'd normally pay, sometimes to the point where it basically feels free once you look at the breakdown. And this is intentional. Hosting companies know most beginners aren't just buying a domain for fun. They're planning to build something on it. Hostinger wants long-term users, so they push the best discounts into the longest plans. The 48-month plan is where you save the most money, period. And honestly, it's the one thing people regret not choosing later. It's the difference between paying full renewal prices every year or locking in a super low monthly rate that doesn't change for 4 years. You're basically shielding yourself from future price hikes. The sneaky thing is that Hostinger doesn't advertise the domain savings up front. They don't put it in your face. They wait until checkout. And if you've never been through the flow before, you might not realize the discount even exists. But once you click the plan, add your domain, and to move forward, the pricing suddenly shifts. You'll see the hosting discount, the domain discount, and the overall total drop way lower than what the homepage ever suggests. Here's why this matters. If you buy your domain anywhere else, or if you buy it separately, you're losing money instantly. Hostinger's bundle pricing ends up being cheaper than what you'd get from buying a domain on its own from another registrar, and sometimes cheaper than renewing it elsewhere too. It's one of those insider things you don't pick up on until someone explains it. The other thing most people overlook is that Hostinger throws in a free domain credit on certain plans. But again, it only shows up once the discount is triggered at checkout. If you're just skimming the pricing tables, you won't see it. You've got to walk through the actual setup path to catch the real deal. So here's the bottom line. Don't buy your domain on Hostinger without triggering the automatic discount. It's the only version of Hostinger's domain pricing that actually makes sense, and it's the one smart buyers always use. If you skip it, you're basically choosing to pay more for no reason. If you want to grab the Hostinger domain discount the right way, you can click the link in the description and the savings will apply automatically at checkout. And if you want more breakdowns like this, you're welcome to subscribe. And giving the video a quick thumbs up really helps support the channel.